So, I kinda did a big poo-poo. You see, I was playing this game the other day on stream. It was very fun, and I wanted to upload it to YouTube. The problem is, I kind of forgot to record it. So, instead, I'm gonna give you a brief recap so you can understand the video I'm gonna upload in a few days. This game is Outer Wilds, a game about space exploration that won the Best Indie Game Award. So, the game starts with me waking up below a starry night and you see that thing explode. I then talk to this dude and discover I'll be going on my first solo voyage into space and that I need to get the launch codes from the observatory. I make my way there while playing hide and seek with some kids and discover the observatory is also home for the museum of this village. I learned about the foundation of Outer Wilds Ventures and that Feldspar, one of the founding members, went missing. I also saw this creepy ass fish. I learned about the ancient civilization that used to roam this solar system, called Nomai, and that I'll be the first astronaut that will be going into space with a device to translate their text. I enter the observatory and get the launch codes, and as I'm leaving the museum, this happens with the statue of a Nomai. Yeah, I don't know what that Dementor goat did to me, but I move on with the launch anyways. I go to Giant's Deep, a planet that consists of mostly water that I later learned has a current that doesn't let anything sink below a certain point. I meet up with Gabbro, another astronaut, and he tells me he also experienced the same thing I did with a statue he found on this planet. As I was preparing to leave to find the island where the statue was, there was a massive explosion and I died? But hey, I woke up at the beginning, saw that thing explode again, and I suddenly have the launch codes again? So I start thinking I'm in some time loop type of thing, and I try to go back to Giant Steep to try and find the Statue Island to try and find more about this. But as I'm looking for the Statue Island, I find this thing and decide to explore what the fuck it is. I discovered that the Nomai launched an orbital probe cannon, whatever that is. Oh hey, isn't that the thing I saw explode at the start? And then everything exploded before I was able to explore everything. I then woke up again and saw that thing explode again. I decided to explore the main planet on this run, as I started calling it, and found this mining facility that the Nomai used. In there, I found out about the Twin Ash project, where they were encasing the core of the Ash Twin planet, for some reason. I continued exploring the planet and found a strange seed next to this guy that chat decided was Russian for some reason. When I threw a camera into the seed, it seemed to have teleported into another planet. Also, are those teeth? I decided to worry about that another time and went on to explore the moon of the main planet, where I found this old man that the space program basically forgot. He told me that each astronaut has his own instrument and at the North Pole of the moon, you can pick up the frequency of each instrument. Strange thing was, the astronaut that went missing, Feldspar, had an harmonica, and that harmonica could still be heard even though he was missing. Oh, and it was also coming from two different planets. I continued exploring the moon and encountered this structure, which I discovered were kinda like a compass pointing at the planet of the user's choosing. I also learned that the Nomai were looking for something called the Eye of the Universe, whatever that is. But the compass on the moon wasn't strong enough to find it. They just span around and didn't really point to anything. So they decided to build one on the southern glacier of Brittle Hollow. Since I was about to die anyway, I went into space to find out what was exploding, and found out that was the sun exploding. Great. After that, I decided to let my chat decide what planet we would go next. They chose the Dark Bramble. I entered this weird looking seed and entered what seemed like another dimension. I then heard breathing, looked around, saw what the fuck that was, died, and ended the stream.